Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome to the first episode of our newest segment, The Banished Zone.
The Banished Zone is going to be a new segment we'll be doing weekly going forward. That's going to be us playing a variety of shadow games.
Yes.
Where we'll give ourselves a certain amount of choices to choose from. Sometimes one will live, or maybe it'll be all but one. But no matter what, every question is going to leave one of its options in the Banished Zone.
That's right. So it's going to be sort of an elimination style game series that we do every week with different parts of our fandoms. It could be video games one week, it could be anime another week, it could be a mix.
Yeah, we're going across all of nerd culture. So we're trying to have a lot of fun with this, to be honest.
And also, I just forgot that we should probably say, this is Alex, not Alec.
Is it really that hard?
Yeah, this is Alex so Alec does the podcast. This is his brother, who we oftentimes maybe will mention in the podcast.
I just feel like we shouldn't have to reintroduce me. I've been here for years.
Yeah, but like some people like only listen to that podcast.
Which is honestly amazing.
It's cool, but like there's some people who are like, who the heck is that?
Not fair.
The easy way to know is he wears glasses. Like that's easy.
Unless you're listening to this podcast style, in which case you won't care about that detail.
Yeah, or they just won't know. Okay, so for this week, the segment name that we have is There Can Be Only One.
Yes, and it very much is based on not only the Yu-Gi-Oh card, but the movie of the same name.
We have to eliminate one of our 4 favorite nerd hobbies. Here are your options.
First, we have reading, which is the hobby of reading books, manga, comics, all that.
Yeah, anything that you would read, you can pick to just only be able to read. Second one is video games.
Yep.
So that's any digital game. That could be a game on your PC or phone or like a game console.
Third, we have watching TV, movies, etc.
Yeah.
So anime, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's all under just one umbrella.
And the final option is tabletop games. So that's card games, that's board games, RPGs that you would like play, I guess, in person. So we have to each pick one of these that you can only do that thing for the rest of your life.
God, I still haven't come to a decision.
Which is,
on this.
yeah, really scary actually, because like most people do some combination of these 4 things.
Some people like to hyper specialize, but even then you probably do at least 2 of these.
Yeah. This one's going to be interesting too, because I think that technically you could probably find a few loopholes within some of this stuff, like here and there. But we just have to decide which of the 4 we would go with for the rest of our lives. And then we want to hear from you guys. And also explain our answers a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If I can find an answer, that is.
Give our reasoning, so to speak.
Did you have one yet?
So just right off the top of my head, I think that where I would start is like how much of each of these that I do.
Fair.
So with reading's actually probably the thing that I do the least at this point in my life, I feel like. Like I used to love reading growing up. I don't read very many books like regularly now. I'm very pro reading. I think that everybody should read, but I'm not a comic book reader. I don't really read manga. I don't really read many novels today. I've read many, but I don't currently do it. So right off the bat, that kind of feels like one that's sort of a little easier for me to eliminate for myself.
For me.
But that sounds so crazy because I don't want to be like, I'll just never read for the rest of my life, because that just sounds like, I think that should, I will say this, I think that should include like, you can obviously still read like a brochure for something.
Yeah,
or
we're talking about the hobby of reading.
Yeah.
Which means audiobooks are also out.
Audiobooks are out? Jeez, that's no fair.
Well, come on. We don't even have a category that fits audiobooks.
I guess that's true. I think like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so you don't even get to, no audiobooks either.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, okay. Now, what about you? Is there one of these 4 you think you do the least as is? I feel like you really do them all.
I do them all.
I know you do them
in
all.
Almost equal parts.
Yeah, I know.
I am
I know you read comics like every
nerd
week.
in every aspect. I read.
What comics do you read?
I read Marvel and DC comics. I don't even just read comics though. I also read actual novels, though mostly audiobooks right now.
What are you reading right now?
So at the moment, I'm trying out the Marvel Unlimited. What they call Unlimited comics. Mm-hmm. So those are basically webtoon style comics in which you just scroll down the entire time to read them. And I got it because I'm also playing the Marvel Rivals game on PC, and they had a deal that I could get a certain skin for a character if I got a subscription to Marvel Unlimited. And so now I'm on Marvel Unlimited, and I'm reading it like every single day.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
What books are you reading right now? Like regular books?
Books, I actually just finished a series, so I'm in between. I just finished the Lightbringer series, which is actually a little older now, but it's really good. It's got a very well-established magic system that's based on the ability to see and recognize color, and they generally would use the opposite effect of when one would light a candle. Instead of burning matter to create light, they would transform light into a type of matter called luxin, and that was the foundation of their magic.
So a fantasy novel.
Yeah, I read mostly fantasy. I read a good bit of sci-fi too, but fantasy is my genre.
So reading's gonna be a tough one for you to eliminate. You'd lose a lot. I don't feel like currently I don't think I would lose a bunch, but that's only currently.
All right, well, how do you feel about video games?
Video games wouldn't be a hard one for me to lose either, because I used to call myself a gamer as a kid, but also like with reading, as an adult, I don't play that many games. However, the problem is there are games that I play, and it's pretty regular. Like,
could you lose Smash?
Like, I mean, I like Smash, and I play that a lot. We play Final Fantasy 14 a bunch. Oh
God, we pay too much to lose that.
Yeah, and like that's something we really do play that. Also, like, see, I was gonna try to be like sneaky and be like, okay, well, if I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, then I don't have to really play like tabletop, and I could just give that up. Because I could just play Master Duel, and it's basically the same thing, and I get my Yu-Gi-Oh! Fix that way. Because I don't play that many games, but the games that I play are like a pretty consistent part of my life. I will still say, though, that next to reading, I think gaming would be my second easiest to probably give up. It would just be hard.
Well, you guys can guess from what I've said earlier that gaming would be pretty rough for me to lose too. I play Final Fantasy 14 with Paul regularly. I've been very into Marvel Rivals since it came out. I play Fortnite still. That's how I connect with my family, weirdly enough. Honestly, I don't know how that happened. But there's even games that are upcoming I want to try and play, like Mecha Break, which will be another mecha-based hero shooter. And apparently I like hero shooters. But like, I don't want to lose that. So, oh God, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so movies, TV. This is one where I feel like if you'd asked me this a couple years ago, I would have said this wouldn't be that hard for me to lose. But like lately, I've been kind of into watching a lot of the Marvel stuff. Like, I watched like the Disney Plus shows. We were watching Daredevil a few weeks back. Like Agatha All Along. That was a good one. But also like,
that was fun.
I see the Marvel movies in theaters. I watched like the Sonic movie recently.
We watched the new Avengers movie when it was still the Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah. And that's all to say before like I get into anime, because anime is included in that.
Yeah.
Which like I watch a lot of anime, so like that would be painful. Yeah, like we're weekly fiends.
Yep.
So
we keep up our anime seasons and everything.
It's interesting because I know there are some people who like don't really watch like weekly anime. They just have like they just only maybe follow One Piece or something. Like that's all they watch. So this one would be a tough one for me. A few years ago, it might have been like an easy, toss in the trash, but nowadays, I think it'd be hard.
Now we got a problem.
Yeah. On your end, I mean, do you feel like you could? I feel like it'd probably be even harder for you because you watch even more. Yeah, you watch more shows than me, I think.
There's even I've even broken into the world of animations that aren't directly from a webtoon or manga, so I can't even run to webtoons and manga to get to stories I'd be missing if I dropped anime.
Like what shows are you watching? Which ones fit that?
So there's To Be Hero X, which is this beautifully animated anime that's set in a world where people can gain powers of a hero, as long as they can gain a resource called trust value, which is this not well explained number that is derived from people who believe in you or believe something of you, and their expectations of you actually defines what you actually can do as a hero. But like, it's a mixed media type of anime, so it switches between 3D and 2D animation, and it's just gorgeous the whole way through. Like, Paul, I've been meaning to show it to you, but I've been trying not to because I don't want to start over again. But I also might.
But I mean, no, I know what you mean, and you also like. You and Alec watch a lot of like the DC shows. And, all
the
that
Harley Quinn show on Max has been a fun ride. I watched a little bit of Kite Man. That was neat. That was pretty neat.
I know you guys are watching like Invincible.
Invincible's crazy. Oh, Vox Machina.
I watched Vox Machina. I haven't watched season 3 yet. I need to watch that.
And the thing is, if I give up, watching TV, those are stories I'm not gonna be able to get.
Yeah, I know. All right, now tabletop. Okay, this is like. Actually is a weird one because for me, the only tabletop / card game I play is Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm I say addicted to it, but I mean, it's kind of my life at this point. The thing is though, I could drop it because I could just play Master Duel. But that's only assuming,
Master Duel fiend.
The thing is, that's only assuming that I pick games as the thing that I keep. Which
oh god, yeah, I forgot. We're not dropping one, we're keeping one.
Yeah, because you only get to keep one thing.
I feel like you just lose a piece of yourself no matter what.
Yeah, that's why it's hard. And you play more, and you're way more tabletop-y than me, right?
Yeah, I play a bunch of card games. Like, okay, not a lot, but like 4, I'd say, is a comfortable number that I play.
I think that's more than the average person.
I think so.
I think the average person probably juggles like 2, maybe 3, at once. Yeah.
And then there's actual board games that I do play at times. I'm also into tabletop role-playing games. I've done D&D, I've done Star Wars, I've done Marvel Multiverse. I'm trying to get into the Cosmere RPG, but people don't know what that is, so it's hard to get them into it. So I don't like the idea of losing that either.
Oh man, okay. So with all that in mind then, what are you leaning towards? Like, if you just sort of zooming out and like not thinking too hard, which one would hurt you the least? Or which one? Sorry. Well, they all hurt. Sorry.
Yeah, they all hurt.
I'm thinking of it the wrong way. I was thinking like, oh, you only lose one.
No, we only.
That'd be easy. It'd be pretty easy if I could just take one out. But no,
just cut one piece of my soul out.
So you can only do one of these 4 things. Oh God.
Man, this is hard. I think I would choose the one that's most core to my very being.
Which one's that? And
I think the one I keep would be after these commercials, folks.
Yeah, after these commercials. Okay. My heart says, what does my heart say? I don't even know what my heart says. My heart, I think, is pointing me towards TV and movies as the thing I would keep. I think that it's in my second place would be games, because I like anime a lot now. Like I really do enjoy it, and I also just do like some other shows and movies. It's weird because I still don't consider myself to be like a TV like media buff. Like I don't. There's things so much TV I watch
and shows to watch.
Yeah, there's things I watch I like, but I don't think I watch that much of it.
There are people who probably watch more.
Like there's people who definitely watch more. But that's feeling like my number one. I think that it's tied with games because games are as long. I just really want a way to still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's why games kind of feel,
I know what you mean,
like a good one for me, because they let me play Master Duel while still getting to play like other games I like, Pokemon's and Final Fantasies and like just Sonic. Maybe it is games.
Well,
where's your heart?
Well, Paul deliberates on that. Now we're back from our commercial break. I think for me, my answer would be reading. And it's almost very simple, but it gets more complex than that. Because like Paul, I wanted to save gaming. I consider myself a gamer. That's actually a way I introduce myself sometimes. But when I think about it, no, that's not quite true. That's not the core of me. my very first hobby was reading. I've been reading
That's
books
true.
my entire life. Reading led to everything else I love.
That's
How
true.
could I carve that out my life?
That's a good way to look at it. And you know what? That's actually like the truth for me too, because like I read first before really doing anything else, I think. So maybe mine should be reading. I just don't read a lot today.
I know, but here's the other
But you
thing.
do.
Which is more likely for you to get priced out of in the near future? Reading books and things of similar nature, or video games?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a way to look at it.
If it got too expensive, I know I could eliminate video gaming out of my life.
I think for me, I'm gonna go with TV. TV and like movies, only because I just can't give up anime at this point. I like anime too
I know
much.
what you mean.
I feel like I'm cheating myself out of things because like it really probably should be games. But like, I don't know.
Man, how many weeks have we gone like meeting up just to watch anime on like a Thursday night?
Now, you know what would be really funny? Would be if we had to like actually like practice what we preach.
Oh,
and whichever
please,
one we do, we had to do like all right, you have to go a month with only doing the one thing.
Oh my! I don't want that at all.
You can
Please,
only
no.
read a book. No, that'd be funny.
I'd miss I'd like miss most of a season of Marvel Rivals. I can't have that.
It'd be so brutal. Thank goodness we don't have to like actually like live the decision.
Yeah,
But I guess that's
you have to make it though.
yeah. So that's the decision. All right, I'm gonna go with my final answer is I watch things. I will TV.
You're gonna be a TV guy.
Yeah, media stuff.
You're gonna have all the streaming services, which is a pretty big library
Yeah.
of stuff at that point. If that's your only hobby.
Or sail the seven seas, depending. But no, yeah, that's gonna be mine. It hurts, but I think that's gonna be mine. Although, goddamn, it sucks because I really do want to be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
Wow, we really gave up on tabletop gaming pretty easily.
The thing is, for me, it's easy because I keep thinking like, oh, because I can just play Master Duel, but I didn't even pick video games, so I don't know why I'm rationalizing it that way.
I guess for me, it's the one thing that I can't just do alone. Like most of these other things I can do alone, which means there's going to be ample opportunities for me to express that hobby, even if I have no one else to express it with. But with tabletop gaming, it almost always requires at least one other person, which would make it harder to really
Yeah,
do
because that's
whatever
like
you
all
want.
you can ever do. Then if there's any time that no one's available, I get what you're saying.
You just sit around bored.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's a good point. Okay, well, I guess those are our answers.
We did it. Wow.
Yeah. I
There could only be one.
There could only be one. Yeah. Cool. Well, that was the first episode then of The Banished Zone. So I guess I'm banishing books, I'm banishing video games, and I'm banishing tabletop. Ugh.
Yep. I'm banishing television. I'm banishing tabletop, and I'm banishing video games. God, I cannot believe that.
Yours sounds even more brutal, I think, to the average person.
Well, because I'm a simpler person in the end. You just give me a book, and I'll be mostly happy already.
Yeah.
So what about you guys?
Yeah, I want to hear from the audience. What do you guys think? Would you say you're more of a, could you just not live without your games? Could you not live without your books? Like, what's it going to be?
And you have to choose only one. Don't cheat.
Yeah, and also, what fun loopholes would you think of that could maybe get you through this?
Yeah.
Like, technically, I feel like my Yu-Gi-Oh! Loophole kind of is like a small one, but
It's useful.
maybe there could be like another one. Like, technically, could you read, watching anime is almost like getting to read manga.
Yeah, and if you're not
sense.
allowed to read anymore, should you be allowed to watch subbed anime and actually read the subs?
That's dark. Yeah, let us know in the comments, and of course, give us any feedback that you guys might have for ideas. This can be really broad. I mean, it could be card games, it could be video games, it could be anime stuff. We have other segments in mind. Like this week was There Can Be Only One, but we also thought of things like painful choice or evenly matched or, different sort of concepts for that. So,
And we'll explain those as they come up too.
yeah, we want to do this every week. We don't know exactly what day that we will publish. My guess is just whatever day that I put this up is probably the day that'll just become Probably like Mondays. Maybe Monday would be the day. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, cool. That's been it.
Yeah, it was great having you guys.
We will see you in the next episode of
The
Banished
Banished
Zone.